Welcome to the Hunter Report. I'm going to show you how to make a paracord wristband using a single strand, about 25 feet of paracord. This is with an existing watch, or in this case, the Suunto M9 wrist compass. I've also been doing videos on survival knife reviews, how to install light switches, and some cooking tips. So let's get into this. What you're going to need: a Bic lighter, pliers, the clasp or buckle, your watch, in this case it's a Suunto M9 wrist compass, about 6 feet of gray paracord, a pair of scissors, and black paracord. Now you don't have to have two colors, but it makes it look better. So step one, we take about 6 feet of paracord and we remove the inside strands. I want to singe the end, and since we are fitting these underneath the watch band, we want to make sure that this is nice and flat. Also want to trim the ends so it's almost triangular, so it fits nice underneath any small hole like our watch band. This is our starting point. Paracord is going through the end, and on the bottom we fed it through. I'm going to feed paracord through the bottom, making sure there are no twists. We actually want to double up right here on the bottom, right here. Okay, gently pull it through. It's sort of like a needle here. We have a loop down here. We've threaded this twice. Now we're going to take our free end. We're going to go through here, make another loop, and then come back. We're going to have eventually 1, 2, 3, 4 strands going through the timepiece. Okay, and now you might want to take your little clasp here. You can always remove it, put it back on and adjust it at any time, but it'll help to just hold things. And back around, and finally feed through the watch on the outside. So I've tied off the end here, and I'm just going to do a quick test. Now you don't want it to be 100% tight. Maybe an inch of space maximum, because the stitching is going to take up a lot of that space. Made my cut, and now we're just going to do a simple burn of both edges so that they can be joined. A little melted. While they're still hot, press them together. I'm going to hold this for a good 10-15 seconds. Blow on it. First seal, just going to heat it up a little bit. Take your paracord, center it behind, and make sure that your watch is upside down with the back facing us. And we get maximum paracord, about 30 to 40 feet. So we're going to make 2 loops. And this cord is purposely short just so I can demonstrate the stitch to you. Here we have the right side. Loop 1, loop 2. We're going to come from the top, from the front. Then we're going to go under everything and over, back on out like that. So let's go do that. So come from the top and go underneath. And then come out from the bottom, going up. Let's take this out. Okay. And that's what your first stitch looks like. Tighten it gently. This side is coming out at an angle. And this side here is just coming out straight. It's this straight side that we use to do our looping process again. Like that. And again, I'm going to come down, in, underneath everything, and then back on out. So let's do that. Down from the front to the back, underneath everything, and then out. So take a look here. This side is slightly at an angle and this side is slightly straight, so it's the straight side that we use to make our loop. Now since I've got about 15 feet of paracord on each side, I'm going to do a little so that it stays nice and tight. All right, so I've got a bunch here. Got about 4 feet in this direction. All right, so I've got 2 nooses. So now I'm going to do a nice tightness check, and I'm actually going to pull the watch face as flush as possible against the braids here. All right, I have about 2 1/4 inches on the top, and I have about somewhere 3 inches on the bottom. You want a little more on the bottom because it's gonna, slowly get sucked in as you do the weave. So what we're gonna do, and this is critical, is we're gonna snake this through there, and we're gonna snake the right side through there. And this consistent when you go over the band. So you want to make sure that these guys are flat as you can get them. So you've got a nice flat and thin. All right, so we've snaked the first ones through. That is what it looks like that way. That is what it looks like that way. It's gonna all right, got the second one, and now we just pull everything nice and tight, nice and flush. Look at that. That is, if you don't have enough space here, you might have to go back on your watch and only do 2 inner bands, like we're starting fresh, except that we go right underneath the, in between the bands and the watch, in between, right that way. So over, front to back. Approaching our last loop while we are inside the watch band. And same thing as before, we just snake. All right, so we're through on both sides, and let's just clean it up. Cinch it tight on all 6 strands here. Make sure there's no twists, and always measure. And let's just finish up here. So the final braid has been made, and we just do a nice cut. Want it a little more flush here. Cinch the other side, and that's gonna be about it once this is done. Once it's warm enough to touch, get a nice smooth, there we have it. Continuous paracord band, about 20 to 25 feet worth of paracord there. So that's about it. This is how to make a paracord wristband using a continuous strand, about 25 feet of paracord. I've been doing videos on the SE4 survival knife, my reviews, my thoughts, how to install a light dimmer switch, how to cook tomato sauce, how to cook pancakes. Thank you so much. Please give me thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. This is the Hunter Report, and I am your host, Hunter R. Perez. Have a great day.